Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on the WITN First Alert Desk at 8 a.m. I'm Gigi Barnett. Happy Friday. Hope you all are having a wonderful morning so far. It feels pretty nice out there as you walk out the door, but Jim will tell you later in the day today we're going to be seeing some cooler temperatures as the wind comes in and makes things very breezy out there, but still looks like a really great weekend on tap for us. If you need to go shopping this weekend, do any of those last minute gift shopping, looks like a good weekend to do it. So Jim will have the rest of that forecast in just a little bit, including your travel forecast and what things are looking like come Christmas Day, which is, very soon, less than a week away. But before we get into the rest of the forecast, we do have news. Former Governor Jim Hunt passed away. We got news of that from his daughter, Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt's office. He passed away. He served 16 years as North Carolina's governor. And many leaders across the state are pouring in their condolences to his family and honoring the legacy that he left behind. So we actually spoke to a few of the leaders here in Greenville about his passing.
A Wilson County native who was raised tending to his family's tobacco farm and later growing up to serve 4 terms as North Carolina's governor has died at the age of 88. The news was announced Thursday afternoon by Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt's office, sharing the passing of her father. A Democrat, Hunt was the state's 69th and 71st governor, serving the role for a total of 16 years. Before that, he was elected as lieutenant governor in 1972. Pitt County leaders reflected on his legacy.
Governor Hunt meant more to the good name of North Carolina than anybody in his lifetime. He was a man of the soil, but he lifted North Carolina to new heights. We send our deep condolences to Mrs. Hunt, Lieutenant Governor Hunt, and the entire Hunt family.
It's a sad day for North Carolina. Every person that I've talked to throughout the state has had nothing but positive things to say about him. So I know his family is mourning right now. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. I hope everybody in our community will continue to pray for their family.
WITN also had the opportunity to speak with Hunt's former press secretary and speechwriter of 50 years, who remembered him as a master of bringing people of all backgrounds together for a cause. A Wilson County.
And I know that we've heard comments and condolences from Governor Josh Stein as well as former Governor Roy Cooper about Jim Hunt's passing as well, all of them extending their condolences to his family at this time.
Did you catch how old he was? I missed it.
88.
88. Okay, yeah, I know he's up there, yep. Yeah, quite a figure here in North Carolina. The storms that I was watching back to the west a little bit ago, they've completely weakened as expected. So we're in good shape here. Let's take a look. I'm going to start with your Christmas planner. We'll jump ahead in time. Christmas next Thursday. Got a nice forecast for you. It'll be a little chilly in the morning as we get up. The kids waking us up to open those gifts. 40 at 7 a.m. And then we'll be into the 60s by lunchtime. That's nice. I think we'll peak in the mid-60s Christmas afternoon. Hardly any clouds around. The way it looks right now, give me a little bit of slack or a little leeway with this as we're, 5, 6, 7 days, 6 days out now. This may switch a little bit, but it does look like we'll have above normal temps and likely dry conditions. Sunrise Christmas morning, by the way, 7:17 a.m. And then if you're traveling pre-Christmas, most of the nation good. The big story, I think, the middle of next week will be the warm air. That air coming up from Texas, from the south central U.S., likely 80s down there over Texas, maybe into Oklahoma, some 70s perhaps getting into Nebraska, believe it or not, Kansas, 60s further north into the Midwest from Chicago to Minneapolis. And again, that may change. If that front waffles a little further south, that mild air does not get in the Midwest, but it looks like it will. For us, I mentioned the 60s, and if you're driving on Wednesday, no worries until you get to the West Coast. If you're flying out there, could be a lot of delays at the airports, the Intermountain West, and then coastal Washington, Oregon, much of California, a mess into Arizona as well with that next front. Let's come back home. Radar, the showers have moved over I-95, this last little gasp. Weakening quickly, but nevertheless, few raindrops in Wilson, in Rocky Mount, Looks like Goldsboro, maybe Stantonsburg, a raindrop or two, headed towards Tarboro, trying to hold together for a little splash and dash. That's the cold front. Behind it, the big chill down this afternoon. It'll be probably post 1, 2 o'clock before the temps start tumbling. Look at that graphic. See that color contrast back west of I-95? Those are 40s in that blue shading to 60s over us. And I think we'll go through the 50s towards the 40s by late afternoon. But it really helps define that sharp contrast between the warm and the cold back there along that front. All right, let's roll the model data. Last of the raindrops hitting the coast, 11 midday today. Still showing, look at the New Bern temp, Jacksonville, near 70, 11:30 midday today. Cold air comes rolling in. We're in the 50s by 3 p.m. We're punching out at work, headed into the 40s. By dinner time, some 30s showing up, dropping numbers. Skies will be sunny this afternoon, but you will need a jacket by the time you're getting out of work. From near 70 lunchtime to maybe a 49 at 5 p.m. Rapidly falling numbers later today. All right, now Saturday's temps will start at freezing Saturday morning and then sunny skies, yielding highs generally low to mid 50s. Below normal temps tomorrow, but the winds will be around 5. A very light breeze, dry air, sunny skies, very doable if you're out and about Saturday picking up those stocking stuffers. Same thing Sunday, generally sunny skies, start at 40. Finish probably low 60s coming back on Sunday. I think we'll get there, 61 or 62. See those clouds late Sunday? That's another cold front coming in Sunday at sunset without any rain. However, it will drop those 60s Sunday back into the 40s on Monday. I'll show you that on the 8th day in a sec. Last night's rain, we're not going to add any more of this, just a sprinkle or two. Half an inch, give or take, maybe a little less to the north. Near an inch down to the south. And again, done deal on the rain. There's that wind coming in at a solid 15 to 20, gusting 30, 35. Those 60s this morning, I mentioned to cool down later today. Probably mid 50s at 4 p.m., but tumbling downward on those numbers. There's your wind switch to the west. Watch tomorrow's wind or lack of. Get you to tomorrow's sunrise. Nice start. Calm conditions. Winds never go much above 5 all day on Saturday. Pretty good stuff. Temp tracker, the 40s this evening. I think we'll be in the upper 20s, a few of us tomorrow morning if you're up at sunrise, a little after 7 a.m. And again, 50s for afternoon highs. There's that front again rolling through in the next few hours, and away we go with the rain chance and into the chilly air later today. Enjoy your weekend. Low to mid 50s on Saturday, sneaking into the 60s Sunday. Chilly mornings, cool afternoons, I'll call it this weekend. Monday's downright cold, mid 40s for highs. And then we work our way to Christmas. Christmas Eve, low 60s. Christmas Day, mid 60s. Start off around 40 each morning. And then trying to get you 70 on Friday as we hit the return lines for some of those gifts. Friday of next week. That's nice. A nice warm-up coming in potentially. And it's not just us in the party. Much of the nation getting that really warm air before that storm on the west coast rolls eastbound the days after Christmas.
Yeah, so nice to hear if you're traveling outside of North Carolina. Everywhere but probably the West Coast. Looks pretty good.
I agree. Even New England, the Great Lakes, everything good up there. It'll be chilly up over New England, but otherwise much of the nation plenty warm.
Well, awesome to hear. Well, thank you for the update, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you everyone for joining us. Amanda, good morning to you over on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in from the Maysville, Jacksonville area. We hope you have a great weekend and a great Friday. Enjoy this weather before it cools down later today.
Enjoy your weekend. May see you out there shopping, all you last minute shoppers, but no weather worries for you. Just chilly starts over the weekend, but nice finishes.
Okay, great. Have a great one.
Yep.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.